Welcome to the Fleet Geeks podcast. We're here to help develop fleet and transport professionals. Do you want to progress and develop your skills and knowledge? We promise to bring lively conversation and debate around interesting issues and keep you bang up to date with changes in our awesome industry. The Fleet Geeks are a community of professionals, and if you enjoy the podcast, why not join the discussion for free in the Fleet Geek community over on Facebook? Hello, and welcome to today's Fleet Geeks podcast. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I really appreciate you dropping by to listen to today's podcast. I hope that you find it interesting and insightful, and please do make sure you subscribe and share with your friends and colleagues so that they can help benefit from the podcast as well. Nothing winds me up more than on the Facebook groups for transport managers hearing, got an operator, got 4 vehicles, how much shall I charge? Or what's the going rate for an external transport manager these days? Or what should I get paid for this job for an external transport manager? Sorry, I don't know why I put the voice on, but that's the voice I put in my head of someone stupid asking other people to price their work for them. If someone's got to ask what the going rate is or what to charge for a job, you probably don't want them to be your external transport manager. What a bunch of numpties. And for those of you that are out there doing the 300 quid plus 100 quid a vehicle or 400 quid plus 150 quid a vehicle, I think you are silly. I really think that you need to have a look at the way you price work, value yourself, and the way that you approach this subject. You're not business owners. You're self-employed and you are just having a go at it. But I'm sorry, anyone worth their salt who really values the qualification, anyone who really values their own CPD and ongoing professional development and invests their time in listening to this podcast, listening to Backhouse Jones, going to the networking, stop undervaluing yourself. I'm telling you now, just stop it. Just bloody stop it. Like, it's just ridiculous. I've got 3 reasons today why fixed pricing for external transport managers won't work, and you'll end up out of pocket, undervalued, not respected by your operator. So just don't do it. Like, come up with a different way of pricing, and I don't even care how you do it, but just don't do this fixed pricing model because that's what everyone else does. I've never heard anything so ridiculous, and it really does wind me up. I've already done a podcast about what should I charge as an external transport manager, or what should my wages be. But I need you guys to be a little bit more thoughtful about it. And here's 3 reasons why fixed pricing for ETMs won't work, okay? The first one is every operator's risk profile is different. No 2 operators are the same. One might run 5 trucks doing local deliveries, another one 20 trucks internationally. The risk's different. The risk is different. Why are you charging them the same money? Their overall risk, their OCRS exposure, the workload vary massively. A one-size-fits-all just isn't going to work and reflect that. So your transport manager either needs to end up doing much more work, for much less money, or you're overcharging for a low-risk, well-run operation. Think about it. I'm going to be really irritated if you come to me. If I run a really lovely fleet of brand new vehicles, all on R&M with a fantastic local dealer, okay, I've got someone who already does all the planning, and all I need you to do is to keep an eye on maintenance records and basic straightforward stuff. If you're charging me the same as like Bob, like Fred in the shed down the road, who doesn't like load his vehicles properly, goes all over the place, doesn't properly maintain them, has a terrible MOT score. If you're charging me at the same rate as them, I'm not going to be happy with you. I'm not going to be happy at all. So the first reason is you need to understand every operator's risk profile is different. And that doesn't just mean their OCRS, because there's plenty of terrible operators who are green OCRS. Trust me, I know. I've been there, seen it, done it. And there's some really, really good operators who are actually red or amber. Yes, their risk's slightly higher temporarily, but they might be very good operators, and there might be a word behind that. And maybe your charging will be based on their risk profile and their change. Why don't we start to look at it a bit differently? So the first thing, operators' risk profile is different. So stop charging everyone the same. The second, the workload isn't static. External external TMs like yourselves listening to this aren't just paper pushers. The workload will shift depending on what's going on in the company's business, what's going on with their work. Are DVSA coming to visit? Are vehicles failing their PMIs? Are there lots of defects? Are drivers actually downloading their tachos? Your input is going to shoot up potentially at the beginning, particularly if none of the systems are in place. Fixed pricing ignores the peaks and troughs and the demand and quickly creates tension between you as the transport manager, who's going to feel exploited when the workload picks up, and go, well, that's not included.
Hi, I'm Shani from Flagship Partners. We're proud to sponsor the Fleet Geeks podcast, your go-to source for all things fleet management. If you're looking for expert advice or high-quality training for your fleet business, make Flagship Partners your first choice. We're also thrilled to announce the launch of our Fleet Academy, designed to support and develop future fleet leaders through expert-led and career-focused training. Our offering includes fully accredited courses such as the Transport Manager CPC training, CPC refresher courses, OLAT training, plus ongoing mentoring, support and professional development beyond the qualification. Our vision is simple: to develop elite fleet professionals who drive excellence across the industry. Let's shape the future of our fleet management together.
Yeah, you're going to end up getting upset about it. So stop cookie cuttering all of your operators to the same pricing model. It isn't going to work. Okay, the workload's not static. One of the big things I come across all the time with people I mentor and support is, what should I do? The company I'm operating with keep changing their vehicles all the time. Well, you need to charge more money. One of the biggest jobs of a transport manager is properly onboarding new vehicles and drivers and offboarding old vehicles and drivers. Okay, so if you've got an operator who's consistently churning through either drivers or vehicles, that spells much more work. And therefore, you're going to need to negotiate more money because it's going to take you more time to deal with it properly and appropriately. And if you're not charging, if you're just following what everyone else is doing with the same pricing, you're going to end up really, really resenting your operator when actually they might be a perfectly good operator. It's just that they need more from you and more work from you. And you need to be ready to negotiate that. Okay. So the workload's not static, okay? Second reason. The third reason is around quality and compliance. So a good transport manager is actually taking a level of responsibility, and therefore you can lose your repute if an operator is going to mess up. Fixed pricing essentially is commoditizing that role, and that leads to cut price operators who will just rubber stamp instead of doing the job properly. They're just looking for you to take the burden of the risk, and that then creates a race to the bottom. So I might charge 500 quid for one operator and someone else might go and charge them 350 quid. It's a race to the bottom. Why are you doing it? Stop doing it. Stop undercutting other transport managers. Go, okay, you've got a good price there, and let them have it. Because there's lots of customers out there. There's lots of operators out there need transport managers. And some of them, guess what, have been stung by the cheap merchants. They know that buy cheap, buy twice. Do you know what I mean? So they're actually looking to you for a decent price on things. You won't pay a solicitor a flat fee to defend you in court, no matter how messy the case is. You're either going to get a really poor service, or the solicitor's not going to show up because it's costing too much and they can't do it based on profitability. Okay, stop creating a race to the bottom. Focus on quality. Focus on how you can add value. When you go and meet an operator that's looking for an ETM, look for all of the fringe support that you can offer them. I got told the other day, I got laughed at the other day on social media because we were doing a webinar with HR responsibilities for transport managers, and another consultancy commented, going, check the TM1 form, mate. There's no HR responsibility for transport managers. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life. Yes, there might not be any HR responsibilities for a transport manager under the road transport regulatory framework, but there is under UK employment law. If you're a transport manager and you don't know about UK employment law and what rights your people have at work and what rights they have when you employ them and drivers, and you're looking to offload drivers, if you're looking to get rid of them, whatever it may be, put them through disciplinary, you better know your stuff when it comes to HR. So I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ranty. A more sustainable model for charging for external transport management is around risk-based pricing or tiered pricing, and charging in line, one, with the fleet size and the risk, okay, and the workload that you're going to need to take. You're much better off having a day rate that you're happy to get paid. And just remember, when you do calculate your day rate, you're not working 365 days a year. You're probably only going to have I work out normally that most people will have around 176 days a year that they'll work. Once you take off bank holidays, having a decent holiday each year, having bank holidays and having weekends off, you're actually only getting 176 days in a year to be able to work. Okay? Because everyone wants weekends off, don't they? Okay? So you only got 176 days. Now, if you work out that you want to earn a decent amount of money during that period of time, your day rate needs to be appropriate for that. Okay? So tiered pricing, risk-based pricing, or time-based pricing is a much better way of pricing work than going, I could do it for 500 quid for the first vehicle and 150 quid for each vehicle thereafter. Because one, you don't know how many times they change their vehicles. You don't know how many times they change their pants. You don't know how many times they change their drivers. It just doesn't work. No business runs like that. So stop doing it. Okay. I hope that's interesting. And please do, if you've enjoyed this episode, please do link it back on those websites, on those chats, on those Facebook groups when people go, what's the current price for an external transport manager? Or what's the going rate? Or they've got 3 vehicles. What should I charge? Link this in so people can have a listen. And what I tell you, if you're listening to this and you're going to go that route, work out what you want to earn in a year, and then work out what your day rate is based on 176 days a year. And then add on your cost of fuel and vehicle and traveling and all of the things that it takes to be self-employed, your computer, have a decent software system. Oh my God, don't be going and doing this work without having a proper backup. And no, hard drives aren't any good anymore because you might lose them or catch them in a fire. You need to have cloud-based storage system. Please don't make sure that you get locked out of it. Make sure you pay a subscription for all of those things. Factor in all of the costs of doing business. Add in your time, yeah, and work out what your day rate's going to be based on being able to only have 4 operators and whatever else you're going to do, fringe work around training and bits and pieces like that. Okay, that's my advice. Avoid this fixed pricing issues when it comes to external transport management. I hope it's been helpful. Thank you very much for listening to me waffle. I hope it's good, and I'll see you on a future episode. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please share with your friends and colleagues too. Join us for free on Facebook with the Fleet Geeks community for transport and fleet managers. Fleet Geeks offers ongoing professional development, networking and mentoring too. So get in touch with me, Pete Rushmer, on any social media platform to find out more.